Hello everybody, welcome back if you're new here. My name is Kilian and it is roughly 30 degrees Celsius in here right now, which is about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and I just turned off my cooling fan because, noise, so I might just die during this video, and how fitting, obviously, while watching the Haunting of Bly Manor. Hopefully, if I do, I won't get stuck as a ghost in this house. But yeah, anyways, last episode shattered me. It broke my soul to pieces. I mean, I'm not usually that moved by sad stories and everything, but there's nothing like a good tragedy to really make me feel bad. And last episode definitely made me feel bad. I mean, Anna Grove's story is a tragedy. A woman full of hopes, ambitions, has been cheated on and everything, who was just looking forward to belonging somewhere, and just ripped from the life like this, just like wind rips a tidal wave. I mean, I don't know if that's a saying, but I just said it. So yes, and just before Daddy just walked in and everything, it's really tragic. So makes me wonder, if everybody in here might be just dead, because obviously we've never seen them anywhere else really, apart from Owen. He picked up Danny when she arrived, but apart from him, Jamie, we don't exactly know. But I reckon, I backtrack, because Jamie drove Owen back to his place last time, so she might off the premises. Okay, so I backtrack. Maybe just Anna Grove, but you could never know exactly what's going on. There's Rebecca, and I dreamt of her. I reckon little Flora does too. But then there's also that other lady with no face, the dame from the lake, the lady from the lake, sorry. And I don't have any theories really regarding her, because I thought that she was Rebecca, but turns out she's not. So I'm wondering, is she a previous governess? I don't know. Interestingly enough, because obviously when I do watch an episode, then I go on to checking other people's reactions as well, because I'm quite interested into what they have to say. And I don't remember who, but somebody wondered if maybe it was Charlotte Wingrave, and wondering if maybe, it was said to have perished in a car accident, but maybe were they murdered by Peter Quint, or maybe somebody else, and maybe, she ended up in the lake, and then she came back to take revenge on Peter, or because she knew he was up to no good, or something like this. But personally, I don't have any theories, so I'm just going to flow with this one in mind. But I'm really looking forward to getting to know a little more. We have, how many is this? Let me check. 4 episodes left. Can't talk. 4 episodes left. 6, 7, 8, 9. We're obviously watching 6 today. We have to wrap this up. I mean, we have already started to get answers, but these answers, just like always, bring a lot of other mysteries. So it's like a never-ending circle, really. The Haunting of Hill House left us on an unfinished note of some sort. I'm wondering if maybe we're gonna have the same thing here with the Haunting of Bly Manor. But for sure is that they somewhat have the same canvas story-wise. So as much as I'm not dwelling on it, I still have this in corner of my mind as we move into the last episodes, and I expect maybe now, the stakes to be risen and to have a more defined design for the ending of this series, to know exactly what we are going to be up against and what we'll have to solve, really, because right now we're just going on with the flow, we're just discovering things, but there's no definite trajectory to what anybody has to do, really. They're just there and they're just living the nightmare, and that's it. While the Haunting of Hill House, quite rapidly, we had this character who was really aware of what was happening and was just trying to make sense of it all. Here we just have characters who are quite ignorant to it all, apart from Anna, but yet Anna doesn't exactly know what's up herself. So yes. So today it's called The Jolly Corner. That title does sound like full of sarcasm. If I hear of a place in a horror, whatever, called The Jolly Corner, not really in for the party. So that being said, the full reaction to that episode is going to be available on the Patreon. You know how it goes. The full link is the link is down below in the description box. Thank you very much to all of my patrons over there for their love and support. Right back at you guys. This is really important to me, so thank you very much, for being interested in these reactions and the things that I have to say. I'm interested also in the things that you have to say, so do not hesitate to comment down below. Don't forget also to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you not miss a new video. There are daily uploads coming on the channel, whether it is a TV show or a movie or anime or a gaming let's play. There's something every day. So and I expect something for everybody, really. Don't forget to leave a like. That's also really appreciated. It lets me know that you enjoy this, and then I continue to keep doing so. So thank you very much. That's about it. Let's go. Where are we? Are we back with Henry Wingrave? It's about time. Oh, yeah. He's being visited by his brother's ghost. Did he kill? That smile is fantastic. So he's just an actual ghost, or is this just a case of personality disorder? Because I was wondering if maybe Charlotte and her husband were murdered.
She's early. She's quite early.
Giving birth, yeah.
I'd never went to the hospital. It was faster to have the doctor come.
Then get in already. I find Henry Wingrave surprisingly close to them. He doesn't have a family of his own. Flora, sleepwalking. Oh, creepy.
I know that you
This is
start
going to be
early
awkward.
on Thursdays. So, the kids have been a little strange lately. Everything's been a bit strange.
Just
really.
lately.
No Owen.
When have there never been?
No you.
Tiptoeing around the kitchen, making awful coffee by yourself. Just to come say hi.
God, Jamie, just
No particular
say it.
Poppins. You flirt. You know I live above that pub, right?
Hey, what are you doing?
She doesn't know.
I don't feel good.
Yeah, obviously.
I just woke up.
Just time jump, maybe. So Peter is linked to Miles. Is Rebecca linked to Flora? Miles?
Miles?
No, not that. No. I'm not liking it. Oh, no, no, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Ah! Okay, wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
What is it?
Still quite unnerving.
A little boy.
Miles?
Henry?
Yeah,
Uncle Henry slept over.
In one of the guest rooms.
sure.
You see? No one there.
Yeah, because they left. So he's
There
Flora,
is a little boy.
his kid.
Perhaps he'd like to be your friend.
I thought you were not supposed to talk to strangers.
You could give him a whole story of his own. You see, I had a friend when I was your age too.
How dumb do you think she is?
Was he happy when you gave him one?
Oh, he
Okay.
was.
I'd be willing to put a number on it. I thought she was gonna fall for it. I have too high expectations for these kids.
I'm not 5 years old. I'm 8 years old. Why is my age all wrong?
Is she dead?
Because this is a memory.
That's right.
And one memory or another.
Oh no,
And then I
okay.
start to realise
That
it.
memory happened when she
Can't
was
be over
5.
as soon
Okay.
as I...
Wake up. Wake up.
Okay. Okay.
You just,
Run away, Danny. Run away. Pack your things, never come back. You never know what happens to them. Maybe some harm will happen to them, but at least you're going to be fine. Hopefully.
It's Miss Clayton. Said Flora's been sleepwalking?
Yeah, of course she doesn't want to deal with that. What are you guilty about? Is it because you're sleeping with your brother's wife?
Oh, hello, Flora. It's Uncle Henry.
Hello.
What's this then?
Hi.
You're
I'm
back.
confused.
I am. Just
I'm not confusing, right, Miss Clayton? Did they switch times? Okay,
You.
it's bloody
I
confusing.
tried Glasgow and I couldn't find you, so safe travels.
Okay, they tampered with the temporality and I didn't notice it. This is really getting me confused, all these time.
Oh. The calls are spooking them. You know it.
He's the one calling, hoping to get Flora on the phone so he can talk to his deceased brother and... Okay, so they didn't tamper with the temporality. It's about ghosts.
You're coming down.
That bloody dollhouse. Oh, okay. I was expecting something to happen. Yeah, you saw him. Oh, no, you saw him.
There's not a leaf, not a branch, not a flower in his world. And you're carrying this guilt around. But I also know that you don't decide who lives and who doesn't.
I mean, great performance, really great monologue. That's everything but a surprise here. So it's definitely about lost stories everywhere.
Is that all of it? I found a gentleman in Sussex who makes these. It's, well,
He's a warlock of any sort,
Oh,
because
she's going to lose her mind.
quite literally I expect.
It's terrific. I'll call you when I get to Berlin. Sounds perfect.
What's up, Dominic?
You should get some rest as well. Are you coming to bed?
He's gonna murder you.
got me thinking.
He really looks like a corpse, doesn't he? He's really pale, dark circled eyes.
Well, for a baby that early, she wasn't nearly as small as I expected.
Charles, you're already acting guilty. I mean, you're not really doing a great job at hiding it right now.
Math didn't work, did it?
Apparently.
Took me 6 years to do the math.
And you're reacting like this, so much for love, right? That's cringy. I don't want to be here. I just want to go. They're inflicting this on me.
Flora, what are you doing?
Terribly sorry for the trouble. Let's get some breakfast, shall we? I'm positively famished.
Yeah, Rebecca is in her. That's where the perfectly splendid is coming from.
I think maybe you should.
Is anyone hurt? Do they need an ambulance?
No,
They
I
need
don't think
you.
it's that simple.
Jesus, I've told you. I'm unavailable unless someone is hurt.
Yeah, but then you say send an ambulance, so when are you available? I don't know. And your secretary is fed up with you. And you're drunk and
Get her back
tired.
on the phone. What's all this then?
Okay, time jump.
And when she asks her father to walk her down the aisle, me, not you.
He's not. He wants to seem assertive and confident, but doesn't seem like it.
I get to be here when the penny drops. I've been thinking about what the right word must be.
But I mean, see, he's a brother.
You're banished, little brother. Your real self. He's an evil shit. Grotesque little demon, isn't he? I pity you.
I mean, you sound quite miserable right now yourself. I just wish it was shorter. It'd been shorter. I mean...
I don't like this game.
It's okay.
I don't like it.
Oh, that's...
Is she dreaming?
Hello?
Say Henry.
It's another freaking prank call.
Why don't you say Henry? I know it's you.
It's getting sad.
Yeah.
Flora, I'm so sorry. I should have told you.
And he couldn't do the man himself.
We're leaving tonight. India. We're tracing our honeymoon.
Not convinced by... I know they're gonna die, but I mean, I'm not convinced it was gonna
I'm going
work.
to make this work. My husband, my family.
Patchwork.
I love you, Charlotte.
There's a lot more to it than love. A lot more to it.
People. Seriously.
What sort of an accident? Well, surely they're all right.
Surely that's why they're calling you.
Hell was having to call Bly, having to break the news.
Oh, because he didn't go. He just called in.
What are you doing?
Nice transition. Really nice, sweet.
That's insane. It's a 3-hour drive and you've been drinking for 2 years, really.
There's no reason.
Kinda.
Faces exactly how their parents died. And you can tell them why they were taking that trip in the first place.
How they really died. So, wait. So they were said to have died in a car accident. Did they maybe kill themselves, or maybe did Dominic kill her and then kill himself? Something like this. Has to be something of that ilk.
Hello?
Otherwise, I wouldn't see why the car crash reason would be required. Oh no, dolls everywhere. Oh no, please. Ah! Oh!
Don't be scared.
As if I wasn't gonna notice you. Ah, you're too kind, Flora. And it's still way creepier.
Just for you.
So is that the point that she shushed a few episodes ago?
Tucked away again. The night I gave you a new face. I was only just 5 years old.
Why always 5 years old?
I don't like this game.
Yeah, because you still believe this is a game.
Everything is just fine. It's perfect.
It's not.
What's the matter with Miles?
Miles is perfectly splendid, except when he isn't.
Flora?
Oh, for goodness! Oh, this is, I don't know why, it's the
Flora?
the violence. Sorry. Okay, so she sees her heights. Good lord.
Well,
Yeah. It's a battle of the ghosts.
Sorry.
Oh. I have to say that this episode is leaving me quite uncertain. I don't know if I liked it or not, actually. It felt really different from the others. You know, the others were really horror orientated, and this one was more thrillery. You know, with the whole Henry thing, you were trying to fit the pieces in together and everything, but there was not that element of... It was lacking sensitivity, in my opinion. You know, all of the other episodes were quite delicate and treating emotions and everything, and this one felt quite heavily handed. Not that it was badly done, but just not to my liking. You know, we had this huge monologue with Jamie. Didn't see exactly where it came from for the character, because she's never talked before, so I understand that now may be the good moment to be forthcoming, but it felt... I don't exactly see where she went down this road. What else? That thing with Henry Wingrave, as much as I enjoyed, you know, trying to fit the pieces in together and everything, I think that him fighting with his physical demon was too much, in my opinion. I enjoyed, you know, for a little bit, but then I felt it was too much, you know. Too much of it, really. It was really playing on the devilish side of things. I would have liked something maybe a little more mild-mannered. And then there was that Flora thing, you know, trying to understand what was happening to her and everything. Basically, I think this episode was just too much at the time. They had a lot of things to fit in, and so they lacked the sensitivity that the other episodes had, in my opinion. And it's quite interesting because in one episode they just tackled everything. You know, what is happening to Miles and Flora, the relationship of Danny and Jamie, Henry Wingrave, what's up with him, and obviously dealing with the secret of the death of the parents and everything, transition and such. So yes, in my opinion, that episode was heavily handed. So I said earlier that no, it was not badly done. I do not think it is bad. You know, they wanted to do something and they did it, and I think they did it brilliantly. But what they wanted to do in the first place is not to my liking. I would have preferred maybe just split into 2 more episodes. But obviously, writer is not always in control of how many episodes they can, you know, write. but yeah, it felt too much to me, and it was the longest episode in the series. Like the overall timer is 66 minutes. It's the longest one. It outdoes the others by 10 minutes roughly. Well, I think it could have been shorter, as a matter of fact. Granted, they had to tackle a lot of things, but I think, namely the Henry Wingrave demon thing, I think could have been shorter. And the Flora thing as well. The Flora thing, you know, it happens once, it happens twice, it happens thrice. You get kind of tired of it because you kind of know how it's going to end. They took a long time to show us that she was aware that they were dreams and everything. I think they could have tackled this from the very beginning. You know, I think there was a part of the episode that was like, let's make you curious about this. And then the second part of the episode was like, let's deal with all of this. Let's confuse everybody. And then the third part of it was, let's explain everything. Well, I mean, if you were going to tackle everything in one episode and just blatantly give us everything by the end of the episode, you might just as well, in my opinion, set aside the mystery thing and just do the other things in a less compact way. Would have been more digestible, I believe. And it would have been... and I think there were some things that were quite unnecessary. I find myself surprisingly bored at some points. Maybe the points during the ones that either I didn't talk or I just kept talking. Because there was nothing really important happening. It was just empty talking and, you know, apart from the revelations in the last 15-20 minutes, well, granted the episode, yeah, it's a 1 hour episode. Yeah, apart from what happened in the third part of the episode, the rest I didn't really care much about. I mean, following an episode like last week, it's quite difficult, but that one I didn't really connect to it at all. I understand, you know, there's a moment that you need to explain things, but if you have to do one episode of explaining things because you didn't explain anything before and you need to explain things now so the ending makes sense, I think that you maybe need to reevaluate how you're going to structure everything, the whole series, you know. Because to me, yeah, it didn't fit. I mean, granted, it's done now. We have the information and everything, so it's done. But it felt kind of forced, pushed down my throat, you know. So yeah, I can definitely say that I didn't really like that episode. So yeah, I didn't have anything. Even myself, you know, I reckon you and me, we kind of know when something is really great, in my opinion, or not, because I feel like I have things to say. And in this episode, during the whole reaction, I reckon I didn't have much to say. So, because, you know, when I have nothing to say, I'm not gonna talk just to make content or anything. I think my silence is as valuable as a commentary than just talking and talking and talking. The fact I do not react to a certain passage is a reaction in itself, you know. Doesn't give me a reaction is what it is. So yeah, and so it was called a jolly corner, like I said, full of sarcasm. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here because apart from saying that I didn't, from the whole series, this is not an episode that I would be thrilled to rewatch. And as much as, you know, the performance from the actors were brilliant. I mean, the actor who plays the actress who plays Jemmy and the actor who plays Henry Wingrave, they delivered really terrific performances, I think, in these episodes particularly. And there's something else, by the way, also about Danny that I'm going to say in a minute, but yeah, these two actors, they delivered great performances. Didn't have the opportunity to really shine before in the episodes, and here they have. So at least I can appreciate this, but I didn't really appreciate much the writing around them. Like I said, Jamie's monologue, I appreciated the performance, but I didn't care much for what she said, and I didn't agree much with what she said either. Same with Henry Ringgrave. Like I said, a lot could have been cut out, in my opinion. But regarding Danny, Danny's character to me seemed off. Where we left, well, not really last episode, because last episode was centered on Hannah, but the episode before this doesn't feel to me like this is the same Danny. Where we left her and where we're finding her here, they're not the same, and I feel like it should have been the same Danny. And it feels like here she was overly innocent and uncertain, while the Danny that we've had before and that we left off was a Danny that, granted, had suffered a great deal of things and everything and wasn't so okay about herself, but she never felt that insecure. There was constantly a tremor in her voice. She was always quite stuttering and everything. And it felt kind of misplaced, in my opinion. Because even before, when everything was going sideways, there was a certain type of certainty and assertiveness in her tone of voice and how she did things. And here, throughout all the episodes, she was startled. Granted, what's going on with Flora could have been, unsettling, off-putting, but I would have reckoned she would have handled this on with a bit more composure. So yeah. So yeah, this episode, there's a lot of missed bad points for me. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, that was my reaction to The Haunting of Bly Manor, Season 1. Well, Season 1. It's going to be the only season of it, but Episode 6, The Jolly Corner. Full-length reaction is going to be available on the Patreon, link down below in the description box. Also, don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube, hit the notification bell and leave a like. That is always really appreciated. Although, I have to be quite honest, this episode, maybe my reaction, my reaction deserves a like. Just for my sheer honesty, I reckon maybe somebody else could have been like, oh, fantastic series, fantastic episode, everything. No, I didn't like that episode, and so I'm not going to shy away. Here you have it, the truth. That deserves a like, doesn't it? I think it takes balls to do. Side note, I think it takes something, to go on YouTube and to say, I don't like it, to something that maybe other people's are going to like, because that some people are going to be like, I dislike. You didn't like what I liked. I'm going to dislike, even though I provide, I think, great commentary. Commentary that at least, isn't a shamble of nonsense and just of, wow, oh, wow, wait, oh. So, anyways, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. But this time, let me know down below in the comments if you enjoyed that episode or not. I'd be really interested to know if this is just a me thing or if maybe other people's felt like it. But to me, this episode really felt really, really, really different from the others, and that didn't cut it for me. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice life. Take care. I'll be seeing you in another reaction. Bye.